So I recently recompleted Super Mario Galaxy 2 to completion, 100% all the way through, and I was not planning on making a video about it, but I changed my mind. Here's the top 10 hardest stars. Keep in mind, all of my picks are based on playing as Mario. Playing as Luigi makes things a lot easier, so that would mess up the results. Please keep in mind that I am not liable for any mental struggles that could be produced mentally because of disagreements with this list. These are my opinions, please, I am begging.
Alright, number 10.
Collecting purple coins on Starshine Beach. The game kinda scares you by making it seem like you only have 35 seconds, implying that is the main challenge of the star, when in reality it's not. The challenge is getting all the purple coins that you need. You need to collect 100 purple coins, yes, within the time limit, and yes, there are more than 100 purple coins. That does not matter. They don't give you that many spare coins. You need to collect quite a bit of them. What really makes this infuriating though is the motion controls, because controlling Yoshi dashing on water, collecting purple coins very quickly, not easy to do at all. With that being said, there are still some much harder stars to get in this game than this.
Alright, number 9.
Alright, we are not done with Yoshi yet, because now we are on to the Prankster Comet star on the Yoshi Star Galaxy Star. Basically, we gotta kill 30 Spinies in 60 seconds gruesomely with stars. Really, the only reason I'm putting this star above the previous one is because there's mud everywhere, which slows you down. I don't know, they're about the same. The Spinies that you are trying to kill are spread out pretty unforgivingly, so you have to kind of seek them out, whereas in the previous star, all the purple coins were right there in front of you. So that's really one big difference between the two. Also, the timer actually matters in this mission. That's another key note. This is so bad.
Alrighty, number 8.
Oh no. So now in the Shiverburn Galaxy, we have to go ice skating to pop some Angry Birds to get points. 600 points to be exact. You can also pop the golden Angry Birds to get 50 points. Oh, and hitting those little spiked Angry Birds makes you bounce back. Don't do that. Really, the difficulty of this star depends on how good your reflexes are, because it has a very unforgiving time limit. Really, I would say every star after this is actually difficult though. These were kind of warm-ups, to be honest.
Number 7.
Here is my hot take of the video. I think that whatever this guy's name is, I don't even know his name. So I just found out his name is Squizzard, and his Daredevil run easily makes this list. Occasionally, he'll open his mouth, and that's how you kill him. You have to throw fireballs using a fire flower into his mouth. Sounds easy enough, right? Well, eventually into the boss fight, he'll start throwing bombs and stuff at you. It's really obnoxious. The fact that you only have one life, meaning if you get hit once, you die, makes this extremely difficult and annoying. I honestly feel kind of bad because we're just invading his planet, and then we just start throwing fireballs into his mouth and... Anyway, staying on one of the platforms whenever you throw the fireballs makes it a little bit easier as you automatically sink towards him, but besides that, you're kind of on your own.
Oh, what have I done to myself? Number 6.
Alright, I gotta beat 5 bosses from the original Galaxy game in under 5 minutes. Sounds like a cakewalk, right? Well, that was before they decided to include Bouldergeist into the mix. Literally, the first 3 bosses can be beaten in like a minute and a half to 2 minutes, and then Bouldergeist is over here taking an eternity to beat. And then, as if it couldn't get any worse, you have to fight Fiery Piranha right after. The difficulty here is not the bosses, because to be honest, they're not that difficult in and of themselves. What's really difficult is the time limit. You have 5 bosses to beat in 5 minutes. That's 1 minute per boss, and whenever you have the last 2 bosses thrown in there, it's pretty difficult. I've heard a lot of people complain about Bouldergeist, saying that it's really difficult. He's not. Fiery Piranha is the only one of these bosses that's even remotely difficult to actually beat. And by that point, if you've made it that far and you have at least a minute left, you should be able to beat it no problem. I would just like to end this segment off with the screech that Bouldergeist makes after you beat it.
Number 5.
I couldn't just not put this on here. It's just like Luigi's purple coins on Super Mario Galaxy 1, except without the game-breaking camera, and now you have to get every single coin. Yay! Also, now you have death duplicates of Mario out to murder you, following you around. Just thought I would throw that in there. The game gives you 2 minutes, which may not sound like a lot, but it's really more than you need. Like, it usually takes me about 1 minute and 20 seconds-ish to do it all. And yeah, falling in the goop makes that happen, so if you don't want to die, then don't follow in my footsteps. You also have to be aware that everywhere you walk, or most of where you walk, platforms will fall and disintegrate, so making your way back to the star can be tricky depending on what path you take. And half of what I just said literally makes no difference. It's almost always extremely easy to avoid the clones of Mario, and making your way back to the star is not that hard. Really, once you got a path down, you can make it almost every single time, coming from the person that failed it like 30 seconds ago.
Alright, number 4.
Alright, so Gear Guy makes you break a bunch of boxes with fireballs in 20 seconds, and it makes you really mad talking about it, so let's just move on.
Alright, number 3.
110 coins, and we have to collect 100 of those coins on a ball using motion controls. Kill me now, please. Just stab me where it hurts, please, now. So once again, we have to use motion controls to control a ball down a slopey course, and we can only miss 10 purple coins. Oh my god. And just because, you know, that was not enough, there is a timer, of course. You know, normally I'm okay with motion controls on the Wii, but this is brought me to my boiling point. Coin, you do it?
Number 2.
We finally reached the star, with no timer, no purple coins, no Daredevil with only 1 life. But do you want to know what it does have? That! Yes, if you love standing on tiny little platforms guiding a ball while being chased down by hundreds of your own assassins created just like you, you're gonna love this star. So you have to carefully guide this golden chain chomp that holds the star through a track, which is blocked by some obstacles, and you have to get rid of those obstacles by standing on them, while of course avoiding all of your clones. So much fun. It's weird because I don't see this star talked about nearly as often as some others that in my opinion are way easier than this, but whatever. Before we get to number 1, let's go through some honorable mentions first, because there were some lovely contestants that just barely didn't make the cut. Twisty Trial Galaxy special prankster comment thing makes everything turn a lot quicker, and it's somewhat difficult. Definitely not top 10 worthy, but it's close, I guess. You already know I had to put this Flips Phil purple coin mission on here. Some of the purple coins are actually tricky to get. Like, if they would have given you just slightly less time, like maybe 2 minutes instead of 2 minutes and a half, this probably would have been on the top 10. I also wanted to give a quick shout out to the Hytale Falls speedrun thing. It's somewhat difficult. Once again, not deserving of the top 10 though, unfortunately. Sorry, do better next time, I guess.
It would be perfect if we could just get to number 1 right now.
Yeah, you already know what it is. First, you gotta use Yoshi to jump from these flower things to one another and dodge the little green lizard flying turtle things. And eventually you'll reach the launch star and we can move on to the second section. Overall, first section wasn't too bad. Second section is the easiest one. You gotta flip all the switches while dodging the lasers. It's extremely easy. Now we gotta use the cloud flower to create a bunch of clouds in wind and avoid the lasers. This section is slightly harder, but still we have not reached the full calamity that this level has coming for us. Oh boy. Imagine dying in the 4th section. Couldn't be me. Imagine dying in the 5th section right after. Couldn't be me. And in the last section is by far the hardest. You have to dodge a bunch of hammer bros throwing hammers and boomerang bros throwing boomerangs. Oh yeah, don't forget about the fact that you have 1 life. If you get hit by anything, if you fall off whatsoever, you have to start from the very beginning. There are no checkpoints. There is no forgiveness. But once you do beat it, tranquility and peace is restored in the universe. Olarsis over and out.